Hello, good afternoon, students. Today I am going to discuss some of the potential sources of social cognition. You know, we have already discussed about what is social cognition and social perception. So, social cognition is nothing but it is one of the part of the social perception. So in social perception, we know that there are different type of errors occurs. General perception also, and when it comes to general perception, converted into social perception, where we can understand better as in social factor, we have a human interactions in day-to-day life. So same way, we have to understand how we percept, like our perception, our cognitions also different. The way, because our most of the perceptions are influenced by the way we think. So these kind of thinkings are considered as a potential sources because they have a strong potentiality, are the sources of our way of thinking. So let me think about today I am going to discuss. There are 4 to 5 thinkings which are very important. We have to know at least as a social psychology part of the sources. One is negativity bias. So what is negativity bias? Human being have a tendency to look after. We have an ability to recognize only the negative aspect immediately compared to positive. It doesn't mean that we won't look into positive, but when it comes to suddenly something occur, something happens in your life. Suppose if you get low marks in examination, you will look into the only low marks. Sometimes you forget the subject where you got a good marks. Okay, so this is what a general tendency of looking into more focus on to a negative aspect of our day-to-day interactions or any phenomena which related to social cognition. So this is very important for negativity bias. And next come to the optimistic bias. So optimistic, the word itself tells we are generally ready to become optimistic whatever happened to in our life. That's not actually wrong. To become optimistic is a good, but not every time. Sometimes you say na to over confidence, or sometimes we conclude ourselves like it will happen. Suppose if you perform good in exam, you are extremely expecting a good level of marks, but sometimes you have to analyze the way you wrote the examination, your adequate preparation. So having a confidence is not wrong, but having overconfidence is definitely an optimistic bias. Sometimes we have too much emotions, too much expectations without understanding the ground reality. We can expect, not ground one, not logical one. So then we may feel disappointed, or we may something miss occurs to us. So third one is counterfactual thinking. So counterfactual thinking is nothing but is a thinking about the part that didn't happen. Sometimes what happens, it is a tendency to image other outcomes. So something already happened to us, but we try to image, we try to hide that kind of incident, or we are projecting some other kind of thinking. It is because of our expectations. It is because of our expectations. Okay, so it's very important to understand. So something already happened, something happened to us, but we try to make it out. It could have been like this, it could have been like this, kind of thinking after that. That is called counterfactual. Already some fact are there, but we are all try to counterfact that existing fact. We try to counter it. So how much it is useful when we are counterfactual thinking? Only because of our satisfaction, or because of our fulfillment of expectations. So it is basically a debatable one. So but it is happening our day-to-day life. Counterfactual thinking is a common phenomena in our social interactions. So that is one thing. And a fourth one, thought suppression. we are human being, we are not always having a habit of thinking in the same very holistic manner. We always think in different way. Sometimes we expect something, but that doesn't happen in our life. Suppose we have some goal, serious goal, but it doesn't happen in our life. We miss that opportunity. Maybe competitive exams, or maybe some getting good marks, or some having some friend. So these are the things which have seriously been involved, but it doesn't happens in our life. What will happens? We develop kind of habit of suppressing our thoughts. So suppression is nothing but it is just some modification of our thoughts. Okay, so that modification of our thought, to just for time being, we try to avoid that kind of thoughts which are uncomfortable to us. So it is depend upon various factor, individual to individual, how we are going to suppress our thoughts. Again, it is called as some kind of in Freudian theory, fixation and all that things. But thought suppression is also one of the social phenomena. We try to avoid some negative thoughts, or which had happened to us in the bad manner, which we don't want to recollect. That is also there. So there are habitual way of suppression of the thoughts that is exist in our social cognition. So you have to be understand these things. And the magical thinking, another important one is magical thinking. So the word itself tells magic. So that means the which is the thinking which is not logical but magical. So the thoughts developed with proper plan, with ideas constructed, that kind of thoughts are not magical. So sometimes irrational thinking comes, even though you have a proof yourself to prove that this is not happen, but still you are thinking that impulsive way, and something happening in that manner, something that you are expecting which is not in the ground level. So that is called magical thinking. Magical thinking also occurs as a human being, as we know already in the initial class. We are already described that human being is a very impulsive person, very interesting things he has always, compared to the computer, is a very emotional being. So those who are emotional being, definitely they have this kind of thinking. So to have understanding basic things, because most of the time questions have been asked from this social cognition errors, source of the cognition errors. At least you have to familiar. That is what our purpose to make the video. You have to familiar with these things. If you find any detail, any more explanations for this, so I will definitely ready to help through my channel. And you can also, generally I give you description box, my number in description box to question. You can also comment on my videos if you find it is useful, or some improvement you needed, or some informations you needed. You can contact me directly to my phone number, as I already told you in the description box. And moreover, those who are NET aspirants, those who are preparing for NET examination coming June, and also upcoming December exams, if you have any plan for that, so we will give you, suppose some working professionals, they don't want to go or they don't have time to go offline classes, we are providing 6-month online classes, which is very useful for all of aspirants. And we will give you the proper understanding. We will give you guarantee of concept clarity. Okay, so that is what our main motto, to give the concept clarity. You can also follow my YouTube channel. If you don't want to, someone don't want to join our coaching program, doesn't worry, we will also give the classes in YouTube, which is also very interactive classes. I try to explain all the points which is very important. Only single point which cannot go out of our discussion, even single point. So we are also very trendy with the syllabus. We are trendy with the syllabus, and our classes also more onto trend, and more we try to explain in the day-to-day examples. And one more thing, and don't forget, if you are following my channel, and if you are very new to my channel, please press the bell icon, and also share with your friends, so that this video can also utilized by someone, those who are preparing for NET and the same other exams related to psychology. So, and please stay tuned to upcoming videos. to having a we have a lot of upcoming videos related to this field. So upcoming still we are going to social psychology in a different aspect. So once again, thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you so much.